All right, so this tour that you're on right now, you said is all Montrose all the time.
Correct.
And yet, I know that a lot of our readers remember the work that you did with Gamma, and you've toured that band over the years as well. But then, you know, like Voyager was a huge riff for you in Gamma. And what was the delay that you used on that? Because your whole Gamma career, you had a lot of really cool delay lines.
Oh,
Did you have
you know
one
what?
that you liked?
Well, now the only delay I'm using is a RSP IntelliVerb. I just bought up 4 of them because they don't make them. They haven't made them for decades, and
Okay.
I just finally found them. There's my only delay that I use. But back then it was because Ken Scott was producing the record, and it was an EMT 250, which
Very
looks
well.
like an R2D2. I mean,
Right.
You know those. You know the ones.
Yeah, I know
Everybody-
vaguely at
yeah.
least what we're talking about.
Like
Sure.
yeah, it looked like an R2D2. I mean, it's just but a phenomenal delay. I mean, really great.
And now it's funny, the IntelliVerb you're talking about, is that a Rocktron product?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's RSP.
RSP. And so you
can't
you've
find
always,
them anymore. I found one and I thought, oh, man, I got to get. And so I just went on a quest on Craigslist and eBay and just found them and because they're so good for me, they work so absolutely so perfectly for me that if I go out, I have to have a backup.
And you've done that a lot over the course of your career, that you will find a piece of gear that for whatever reason does seem to work for you, and you will go seek them out. I remember there was some pitch shifter that would generate like 5-part harmonies or something that
Yeah.
you used on a cover of Telstar way back in the day.
Yeah, I wouldn't even remember.
Yeah, but then and you were the only guy who used that one.
Yeah.
And I remember the Mitchell cabs from your rig, and
yep.
you were the only guy I remember who was using those as well.
But I just go through. I'm at the point now. At my age, I'm 63 now, and I've really realized that it's the music that you're making. So you find 1 or 2 devices that really work for you. There's no reason to keep. I mean, I know so many players who keep wanting to go the next new thing, the next new thing, the next new thing. Well, the bottom line is the new thing is your music that you're making. The new thing is how you're creating, what you're saying with your instrument. And if you keep going to the new thing, you're never going to get your point across. You know what I mean? If you keep looking for the new thing and the new sound and the new amp and the new this, the new that. I mean, let's look back and when I made the first Montrose record, there weren't 1,000 different guitars and 1,000 different amplifiers. There was Fender, Gibson. There was a few amps. That was all there was. Marshalls, you know, that was it. And there was a couple guitars, but now you go to you go down to the NAMM show, and there's 1,000 guitars, 1,000 amplifiers. Everybody's got their new version of this and that. The bottom line is we're all just players. You're a player. We're just making music, and we find the things that work for us to get our statement out. So,
Speaking of which, what can you tell us about the guitar that you're playing right here?
oh, this is absolutely my favorite guitar in the world. It's a B3 made by Gene Baker, and it's just so simple and to the point. I mean, it's 2 pickups, 2 Seymour Duncan 59s, one switch, between the 2, 1 volume, and that's it.
And a mahogany body?
Mahogany body, mahogany, the whole rosewood neck, and just it just has even without turning it up. It just has a resonance about it that I love, and Gene builds a wonderful guitar.
Yeah. All right, well, I certainly thank you for taking the time
It's
today
been my
to come
pleasure.
by and talk to us.
It's my pleasure.
You want to just play some riffs to take us out of this thing? It's all chords all the time.
And we can end it with this.